Spatchcock Funk here, and we got something to talk about. We are grateful to our friends from Epicuse who are sponsoring this episode and are making one of my personal dreams come true. My entire life, I have been chasing and pursuing an oyster taco, a fried oyster taco. It's been my white whale. Now we ain't cooking whale because that's not cool, but cooking oysters is. I've searched all around. I've been in New Orleans going to places. It's every time I show up and the fried oyster taco is one of their specials, they serve the last one right when I'm walking in the door. It's insane and it's heartbreaking, but sometimes you take matters in your own hands. And that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to make an incredible oyster taco and show you how you can make it at home. So let's get started. Now to kick this party off, the most important person there, the oysters. So you can get them in tubs in the seafood section of your supermarket. When you get them, take them and put them into a strainer and let them sit and strain and drain for about 15 minutes because we wanna remove some of that moisture out. So we've got a pan we're gonna set them aside on. We've got 2 eggs mixed up, and we also have a combination of 2 cups of cornmeal, a half cup of flour, and a tablespoon of our own homemade Cajun seasoning. It is off the charts. So usually when we make fried oysters, we don't use the egg bath first, but we wanna create them, make them a little bit bigger, a little bit firmer, because we're gonna be on a taste odyssey today, y'all. Look at that beautiful oyster. I just want to kiss it right now, but not yet. We'll do that later. So we're going to take it and dip it into this egg wash. And then we're going to put it into our seasoning. Get that good crispiness on it. Set that one aside. Yeah, we've got our oil to 370 degrees. Now we're using oil that we used 4 times before. We actually used it a little bit earlier to fry some other stuff up. But if you have oil that's already been used, it's gonna add a little bit more flavor to it. So we're gonna drop these things in for 3 minutes. Oh, I'm so excited making these oyster tacos. So let's really do it up. So we've got a couple of corn tortillas. We prefer corn. Big debate in the Spatchcock family about corn versus flour though. So we've got corn here today. And we're gonna start with the corn, and then on the bottom of it, we're actually gonna make what we call rad leeky slaw. This is coleslaw made with leeks, radishes, and cucumbers, because all of these flavors complement oysters really well. So we're gonna start with that as the base of the taco. Then, the star of the dish, we're gonna put our oysters into the tacos. Ooh, the oysters looking good. We're gonna top it with some fresh Roma tomatoes and green onions, just diced up together, let them sit for about an hour or 2, get that good flavor going. Then, what we have is we got some creme fraiche that we mixed with pureed watermelon and basil, which really brings a lot out of the oysters. Watermelon and oysters are this great flavor combination. The sweetness of the watermelon actually makes the briny saltiness of the oyster kind of pop, and vice versa, so it really works. Then we've got, from our friends at Epicuse, this really awesome queso fresco cheese, which is a mild, really great complement to salty, good stuff like this. Then last but not least, another friend of the oyster, cilantro. Look at this, it's so beautiful. I don't want to touch it, but I have to. I gotta get my mouth on this thing. So let's enjoy one of the things I've looked for my whole life, the elusive oyster taco. Everything I hope for and more. Spatchcock Funk.